guys, this is my official look for the 2017 NYX Face Awards. So if you want to know how I created that look, tune into this video to find out the methods to my madness. So without further ado, let's get to it. So first off, I have my face cast off to the side, some liquid latex, and some liquid latex mixed with some flour into a thick consistency. I'm first going to lay down some liquid latex onto my face sculpt. This just makes it easier for me to lift up my sculpt once I'm done with it. Next, I'm going to start laying down my flour and liquid latex mix, and I'm just going off a basic idea that I had sketched out before. I'm slowly building out and building up where I want my face structure to be. I'm also taking some liquid latex along with the flour and liquid latex mix and smoothing it out as I go, so there's no bumpy edges. And just keep on smoothing it out into the shape that I want and desire, and keep on smoothing that out with the liquid latex. Once I have my desired look, this mixture kind of settles in and dries fast, so I'm going in and making sure I get some more detail in there with a sculpting tool. And keep on going all the way around, getting some definition and some more texture in there just to make it a little bit more lifelike. And I have my very first guest. This is Bane. He's coming by to check out what's going on in my studio. And this is the finished product of my face sculpt. I'm going to cut most of this extra liquid latex out and probably pre-paint this beforehand. And here are my pieces already cut out and pre-painted white with some water activated body paints. So this is not my body cast, this is just a mannequin torso that I got online for cheap. I cover that with plastic saran wrap, and I'm going in with the same method I did as the face cast, and going to put the mixture of liquid latex and flour into a kind of like a trouser pant, and I'm going to get some detail in there with my sculpting tool. I'm also going to do that same method to my chest pieces, and I'm going to put some extra detail in there with my sculpting tool, and that is the final product. It is pre-painted white, and all I used was water activated body paint. And once you're finished, all you have to do is pull your pieces off. So for the arm pieces, I used some terracotta clay and I flattened it out on my desk right here very thinly. I want some smooth edges, so I just kind of flattened that out into a long piece. And I'm going in with my sculpting tool once again and putting in that same whimsical looking bark detail in there. And putting that throughout the whole piece. Next, I'm going in with my liquid latex, and I am going to apply that onto the clay piece that I just laid down and sculpted into. Liquid latex that I am using is pretty thick, so I only needed one layer, and it dried pretty fast. Lastly, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and powder this with just some flour. This ensures me that my edges will not stick. Once it's dried and peeled off, it looks like this, with all the details intact. So next I took a regular dollar store hairband with some stem wire and some hot glue, and I mapped out the skeleton of my crown. I'm here taking my favorite material of all time, tin foil, and building up my shape. And I keep on going all the way to the end with some hot glue, making sure it sticks, and I want it nice and flat and smooth, so I keep on pressing down in there so it is nice and flat. I'm also doing some little tree branches on there, so just take some more tin foil with some hot glue and stick them onto your piece where you would like it to go. Instead of painting my crown, I'm going to take some white tree stem tape and going to wrap that around my entire crown that I just made, going all the way around, covering all the tin foil. And this is what it looks like. Lastly, I'm going to go in with some craft store moss and leaves and make this thing pop a little bit more. It's body painting time! Let's get into something a little bit more comfortable, shall we? There we go. Wait a minute, am I naked? No. Keeping this PG, guys, I have a tube top bathing suit on. First off, we're going to take a glue stick and cover my brows. I do not need my eyebrows to be ripped off by Prosthetic or liquid latex. No thank you. First, we're going to go in with a water-activated body paint in lime green and a little darker green and paint my whole body. And painted my chest, stomach, torso, and neck areas. All done, guys, all done. Next, we're going to take the face sculpt pieces and put them in place. We're going to take a little bit of Pro Adhesive and put it to the edges of my sculpt. A little goes a long way, folks. You do not need a lot. Going to put that for my forehead piece, my cheek pieces, and my jaw pieces as well. Next, I'm going to paint my face white all the way into the cracks, all the edges underneath my eyelids, all over and all the way up into my crown and the back of my bald cap. Going in next, I want to put a little bit of depth into my eyes and underneath my eyes, so I'm going in with some brown eyeshadow all up in there and going into my new brow line, so going all the way up underneath my nose as well. Want to get that shading in there. I'm also going in with a little bit of black to deepen that shadow. Next, I'm going to go in with a lime green and also yellow eyeshadow. I want to bring out my eyes just a little bit and bring that into my lips, the forehead cowl, and going in with some water activated lime body paint and just blending that out. Next, I'm going to give myself a major wing right here. I'm using a black water activated body paint, and I'm going on the top of my eye and also underneath the eye, and I'm also going all the way up to the new brow line, all the way up to the top. Next, I'm going to add some more depth and going in with some black and brown eyeshadow and deepening the crevices of the face sculpt and the prosthetics. Want to give a lot of depth in there. Just giving it some more depth and more definition. Next, I'm going to start painting my lips with the water activated lime green body paint. am going to go in with a gold highlighter on my cheekbone, lips, and my chest. Also putting that on the tips of the face sculpts pieces just to give a little shine and depth in those as well. Next I'm going to add some shadows within my clavicle and my neck. Next I'm taking those chest pieces and I'm putting them into place. I took some Pro Adhesive and applied it to my body as well as the sculpt itself, and I'm doing it with both sides. Taking my arm pieces, I'm going in with some Prosade again and putting those into place. I'm putting one on my forearm and one on my shoulder area. I have already pre-painted these pieces white. I'm going in with some water activated bronze and gold body paint and filling in those details that I created when I had first sculpted the piece. Getting some more detail in there, making it pop. I just took some craft store foliage and little pieces of moss and whatever I could find, and I'm just putting that all over my body so I don't have a flat green body. As you can see, I took all that moss and put it all over my body with the Prosade, and I already have my trouser tree trunk pants ready to go. Next is to put on my crown. Going in, it fits pretty snug so I don't have to adjust or tighten it whatsoever, and I am going to go in with some extra moss to make it look complete. And here is the final outcome of the crown. Lastly, I made some long fingers out of air dry clay and wire, and I put it on my fingers and I painted them with the water activated green body paint. And that is it, guys. That is my look. I hope you all enjoyed this look. I had a great time getting all this together and filming it all for my first full tutorial. So if you have any more questions or you want to know anything about this look, comment down below and make sure you go over and subscribe. So until next time, guys, see you later.